Okay, I'm going to try and get some of me rendering. Excuse my outfit, this is my lime washing outfit when it's hot. I'm going to spray the wall first, spray each patch as I go, and then put a bit of render on. The base coat is the white one and the top coat is the grey colour that you can just see a tiny bit of in the top left hand corner, and it will bleach it out and become as white as the base coat eventually, with the lime bleaching each day as it dries. Okay, here goes. So you need to really wet the wall whenever you're applying lime, render or paint or mortar, because lime loves water. It will just soak it up immediately and it won't stick to the wall unless you wet it. So I'm just going small square by small square, otherwise it will just dry out by the time I get there. So I try and just take it bit by bit, really wet it a lot, especially these edge bits because there's just straight cement on the surround from the door. It's not attaching to lime. So here goes, let's see. A lot of it will drop on the floor, especially at first as it's grabbing. And I don't worry about it dropping to the floor anymore. I used to, because I just pick it up. I put the tarp underneath and then I just pick it up and reuse it. Some people use a hawk, but I use my other hand quite a lot. Hold onto the wall to get a little bit of render off the trowel. And you can also see that I'm not using a rendering trowel, so I'm breaking all the rules. It's probably why it looks so uneven. I find the rendering trowels too big for me. Even the big bucket trowel is just too big for me. I'm too weak. And I have arthritis in my hands. I'm 58 years old. And this is the only way it's working for me, really. And it's probably much sloppier than a lot of people use too. It's the only way I can get it to work. So. And once there's a few bits on, then I'll even it out a little bit more. So I'll even it out like this. Try and get rid of the major imbalances. I'm not looking for a very even coat. I want it to look quite natural. I don't necessarily want people to know there's bruise blocks under here. I pretend it's just clay, right? And it's just so yeah, this is breaking all the rules way to do it. But it's whatever works for you, right? It's staying on the wall so far. This is the third of the 3 walls that I'm doing, and it's the third. Is the last bit for my top coat. I've got this base coat on everywhere. It's very rough so that this layer will stick to it. And so yeah, I guess this wall has been done the longest and it's been on there for 6 weeks, so I'm guessing if it was going to drop off, it would have dropped off by now, she says, hopefully. And then sort of smooth it a little bit. So my biggest problem is really not a very good finish, I know, and if I had a finishing trowel it would be better. But yeah, I'm just doing what I can. It's the first time I've ever done it. So where the 2 sections meet up, that's where I have a problem getting a nice finish, because this has already dried quite a lot. But what I'll do at the end is go over it with a sponge, and it will rough it up a lot and get rid of some of the lines, hopefully most of the lines. edge is quite tricky because it's concrete, very, very smooth concrete, whereas all this was breeze block and quite rough, and so I didn't know if the lime would stick to it. It might not, but I'm trying to get it close on this coat so that it looks a little bit better at the end, hopefully, if it doesn't drop off. And that's where I use my hand a lot. I haven't yet, but I need a free hand to be able to play with that if needed. This is probably a how not to lime run video. Do a tiny bit here, where it's meeting the edge again. Try not to put my tongue between my teeth while I concentrate. Tiny bit more there, and I'm done. So that's square, and I stop the video. So, try and blend it into the bit above, and then I just scrape off that edge. There. Yeah, that's it. Hope that makes sense.